What's going on, YouTube? It's Sensei and Place to Be Chillin', Mr. A and D back here to give you guys another Raw review. So, look, we get it. I understand. This is not the usual Raw after WrestleMania. This is not the WrestleMania Monday, as they call it. Obviously, the Bizarro World, as they call it. All that kind of stuff like that. All the great stuff, because all the fans make all that. And, of course, they did try their best with, bringing them new people and returning some people and stuff like that, but it just wasn't the same feel as this. I'm just putting that statement out there right now. So we kick off Monday Night Raw with a match between Asuka and Liv Morgan that didn't do much. I mean, Liv Morgan was hanging there for a little bit, but undoubtedly Asuka picks up the win here over Liv Morgan. No really mention of Kairi Sane, no really mention of her doing a promo about the tag team championships or anything of that nature. It just was a match and that was it. Then we have a rematch from yesterday for the Raw Tag Team Championships. I'm like, why? And we still trying to push Angel Garza and Austin Theory type thing. So we get the Raw Tag Team Champions. The Street Profits come out for another tag team match against Angel Garza and Austin Theory. The match starts off pretty decent, but then they get disqualified. Selena Vega gets involved again. And then with that happening, Bianca Belair comes out. Bianca Belair has to do the Rhea Ripley where she does her pose and everything at the top of the entrance. That's supposed to be the big Raw reveal. And she comes down and she says, well, you know what? Why don't we go one-on-one? So Bianca Belair versus Selena Vega is up next. So right now, there's basically a showing how impressive Bianca is, being the EST and being strong and everything of that nature in her debut here on Monday Night Raw. So she's up from NXT and she's on Raw now with the Street Profits. So Selena Vega starts choking her in the rope and everything, but Bianca Belair is about to go. She knocks her down, she's about to go bounce off the ropes. Austin Theory stops her and says there ain't gonna be none of that. Then all of a sudden the Street Profits start beating up Austin Theory and Angel Garza. They're still on the outside of the ring, and the referee calls for a disqualification, even though they're not part of the match. It's Selena Vega and Bianca Belair. You can toss them all out, ref, but no. So then Montez Ford gets on the microphone and says, you know what? There's three of y'all and three of us. Let's have a six-man tag team match player. I'm like, wait, what? Y'all are extending this of a lot. So now we have a six-person tag match, and now I was like, now I'm kind of burnt out of seeing this already. So what happens is Bianca Belair and the Street Profits pick up the win here. So I definitely see Montez Ford and Bianca Belair having some success up on Raw. So I mean, hey, I like it. Sorry, Angel Dawkins. I don't know if you're gonna be with the team much longer. Asuka Black is taking on a new opponent, and it's Apollo Crews. As soon as Apollo Crews came out, I said, all right, well, it's about to be a quick 3-minute match, and that's it. I'm telling you right now, this was the best match Apollo Crews has been in since he coming into WWE. Not the main roster. I'm talking about even in NXT. This is Apollo Crews' best match to date. And there was times where I really thought okay, and I mean this lasted through 3 commercial breaks. This match went about 20 plus minutes. I think 25 minutes this match went. And then I was like, wow, they are really giving Apollo Crews time to shine in this match. And there was a time where I actually thought Apollo Crews was going to win this matchup, but he avoids the black mask, but then Osprey does come out of nowhere, hits him with the black mask. He was working on the ribs and the knee the whole matchup. But then Osprey sits down, looks back at Apollo Crews, looks at a sign of respect for Apollo Crews, so he's giving him the rub a little bit. Now here's the thing. They doing all this with Apollo Crews, but the problem is what's going to come of it, okay? Because they have done different things with Apollo Crews, and nothing has come of it. If you don't capitalize, they brought him up to the main roster too soon. They did nothing with him there. They try to get him to stop smiling. They ain't get nothing there. They put him with Titus Worldwide. We was doing something. They gave up on it very quickly because Titus Worldwide at a point I was like, oh, this is actually pretty dope. But no, they're going to give up. They gave up on that quickly. Then he started doing the whole muscle pose down thing. It didn't work. So I'm like, if you're going to, then they start trying to make him a heel on SmackDown, not want to work with Chad Gable. So the question is, is he going to do with this push? and it's not really about Apollo. It's like what are they going to do with Apollo Crews on that? And that's the only thing that's truly bothered me. If you're not going to really be investing in Apollo Crews, then don't do it at all. But I'm going to try to be optimistic about this. Ricochet and Cedric Alexander team up to face the team of Orton Lorcan and Danny Burch that they have come up from NXT now. A decent matchup here, but Ricochet finally great to be back, and then really him and Cedric Alexander make a nice team, showing off the tag team things. I think they're trying to make some more tag teams, and I'm not mad at a Ricochet Cedric Alexander tag team. They beat Lorcan and Danny Burch, decent matchup. Seth Rollins is out, and he's taking on Denzel Journette. It's a job where Seth Rollins really just annihilates this kid, gives him the curb stomp. He doesn't say one word the whole time and just walks back. So obviously he's very pissed off about the loss to Kevin Owens the night before. Nia Jax makes her return to go up against Diana Purrazzo, and I don't know if Diana Purrazzo made it to the main roster or not, but Nia Jax is back, looked very dominant here, and she looked very good. She beat her with like a what is that move Paige used to do, where she picks you up and has you in the DT form and then put your legs up with it. Is it Paige TK or something like that? Yeah, like she beat her with that. And I'm like, y'all couldn't bring back Nia Jax for WrestleMania and have her in the Fatal 5-Way, but I guess they got some people come back for SmackDown. Humberto Carrillo takes on Brendan Vink. Nothing much here other than get Humberto Carrillo a win here for that. Then they said it's breaking news. I know they showed the Undertaker, AJ Styles, Boneyard, or went back to it, I should say. But then they had a special report of what came from WrestleMania last night. So after Drew McIntyre defeated Brock Lesnar, all of a sudden the Big Show makes his way out to the ring, and the Big Show is trying to explain something. He said, I know what you're doing. You're trying to get me all riled up, and I'm not going to give you the match. And he says, well, you don't know shit, okay? But he says that you just had a match. He just challenged him to a match right now for the WWE Championship. So we get Drew McIntyre versus the Big Show. I have to say, the match between Drew McIntyre and Big Show was better than the match between him and Brock Lesnar. But Drew McIntyre wins with a Claymore kick after a choke slam Big Show gives him, and McIntyre retains. So that is your WrestleMania Monday Raw. Very unique. I know the circumstances, and it's kind of unfair to the talent, but we got some debuts. Obviously, Bianca Belair coming up, Nia Jax making her return, Lorcan and Burch coming back up. So I guess if you want to count Big Show returning, I guess, you know what I'm saying? But obviously with 3 Hour War, they probably had more things special. We didn't hear anything about the Boneyard match, or we didn't hear too much about Becky and Shayna Baszler, other than they went back to those matches and they obviously show highlights of the matches, but that's it. But that was my Raw review, guys. Post in the comments down below how you guys enjoyed the WrestleMania Monday edition of Raw with no audience at the Performance Center. Don't know what WWE's going to be doing this week. I'll see if they start doing some tables and stuff like that, like AEW did, and I'll still review Raw and SmackDown and stuff like that. But if not, I think of a different way to entertain you guys with wrestling content. So once again, this is NC, the place to be. Children, Mr. A&D. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe, hit the little bell to notify you when I put up new wrestling videos. And the Nerd Coalition is out.